Hoy les traigo un nuevo video. Hoy nos vamos a ir a conocer una finca. Acompáñanos en esta aventura.
To the actual fun stuff. Here's a funny one for today, since we do actually have a canvas roof. No open umbrellas on this bus. Nobody can come up here into the driver's area. Please do not stand on the seats. Do not sit or kneel on the upright portion of the seat or the black railing. If the bus is moving at all, I need all bums in seats and no body parts out of the bus. So this means if the bus is in motion even just a little bit, we're not going to pet or touch or feed animals. You may only feed Safari Station food, that's carrots, pellets, or popcorn. Unless you happen to have leftover giraffe food. Anybody? Okay. Just so you know, leftover giraffe food can be fed out here, but that's a one-way street. Leftover safari food may not be fed to the giraffes. We recommend feeding with an open palm. You put the food in the palm of your hand and lower it down in front of the animals. And they can eat the popcorn, just a reminder. If the bus is stopped, feel free to stand up and move around as long as you are seated and have all body parts in the bus once the bus is moving. Arms out of the bus, totally fine. No other body parts out there. So please don't lean your upper bodies or have your heads on the outside of the bus. The only part of any animal you may not touch are antlers, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get close to some antlered animals. And I am going to ask that you please don't grab a hold of any part of any animal. If you don't want to feed the animals by hand, that's up to you. But if you're going to throw the food, I am going to ask you to throw it about 10 feet out there. Any closer than that, it can end up under the buses. That's problematic. Sound good? All right, you guys ready to see animals from all over the world? Woo! Here we go. On the other side of that building, these are rhea. They are South American. They're the 4th largest birds in the world. These two goofballs right here are emus. You can tell emus from rhea because emus, much like your bus driver, have bald patches on their head. Oh, more rhea chicks over there. Just up by the giraffe enclosure. Of the darkly colored animals who are brown as opposed to black, those are going to be American bison. The golden or blonde colored ones are also American bison. And there's our dominant male there, the big blonde one in the middle, who's standing up right now. Oh, just kidding. Of course, I said he's standing up right now and he immediately lays down. It's usually how it goes. So if you get a look at him, you can tell he's a dominant male. There's 2 traits that make an American bison dominant, or that are really good traits for a dominant American bison to have. And I'll give you folks a hint. I am 1 for 2. First one I've got on lockdown. I've got a huge head. So these guys butt heads for dominance. That's how they compete for the ladies. It's how they get the mates and how they have the babies. So having a big head means they have a better chance to win headbutting contests. The other trait that a dominant American bison will have is the one that I'm very sorely lacking. Actually not horns. Their horns are far enough back on their skulls. They don't really lock horns. They more butt heads. It's hair. So if you look at him, if he would actually turn towards us, I swear he's doing it on purpose at this point. If he would actually turn towards us, you can see he has way more hair and fur on his head than any other animal out here. Even these black and white cuddly guys up here in the front, those are yaks. They're way up in the Himalayan mountains, but our dominant male has way more fur and hair on his head even than the yaks do. All right, so let's talk about the yaks. Our yak calf laying up here towards the front of the bus is 2 to 3 weeks old at this point. The bison calf in the middle was born in late June. Yaks are one of the highest dwelling mammals in the world. Really, the only animals that live up above yaks are a couple goats, mountain goats,
¿Viste, Jerry?
and some bats.
No, no.
Bats live in caves way high
No
up
saques,
in the
mijo.
mountains.
No.
They
No, mijo,
are
eso
very
no.
well adapted to the cold. We don't have any yaks standing up right now. But if the yaks were to stand
No
up,
idea.
you'd be
¿Cómo
able
se
to
llama
see they have
eso?
really short legs. Again, very much
Buffalo?
like your bus
Oh.
driver. Now, the really short legs on a yak are actually an advantage
Está
for them.
bonito, ¿eh?
It gives them a low center of gravity and excellent balance on snow, ice, mud.
¿No es eso que estaban mirando de
Our
abajo?
lion's roaring, guys. Get quiet.
Ah. Sí, ¿no? Ya están durmiendo ahorita, no se despiertan. Mira, allá abajo está un bebecito, mira.
More than one lion right now.
Wow, está bueno. Ya se fue.
Growing their antlers. When the antlers are done growing, the velvet peels off and those temporary blood vessels dry up. But it's not fully efficient. There's so many blood vessels, veins and arteries, and capillaries up in those antlers that when they dry up, they leave a little blood behind. Once everybody's out of velvet and all those antlers are solidified into solid bone, it's just the males, by the way, that grow the antlers, then they will enter into mating season, or rut, at which point they will start sparring each other with their antlers. And that's how they win the ladies. Oh, there's two sparring right there, right now. See them in the back? This is very, very early days, so they're going to be pretty relaxed when they spar right now. It's not very intense. They will get much more aggressive. But that's because he carries so much dense muscle. Look at the muscle on his back legs when he walks. Unbelievable.
Every time I see it, I'm like, I swear he's got a third one. He's special. It was right there in front of him. I don't know where to point it out, but it was right there. The tail like stuck to his.
Yeah, so this guy is so huge in weight. The only animal in the entire wildlife park I know for a fact outweighs him is our biggest giraffe. That's it. Our second biggest giraffe is probably about that same weight. Isn't that amazing? Giraffes are literally the tallest animals in the world, land animals. And that guy right there outweighs all but one of our giraffes. Most of our really big animals we have here in enclosures, lions, tigers, bears, he probably weighs more than all of them. Like, he weighs more than all our tigers. He weighs more than all the bears combined. It blows my mind. One of our other tour guides is now. They're woodland llamas. They're the only two in the whole herd of about 16 that decided we live in the woods now, and they spend all of their time down here in the woods. It's actually rare to even see them up on the road. Usually they're actually down in the woods. But every once in a while they go against their newfound roughing it motif and decide, you know what, it was pretty cool when we used to go to the buses and get food fed to us.
I don't know why they do it. It's really funny. Sometimes you'll actually see them like see this big tree here. They'll go up and they'll stand real still behind that tree like they're trying to camouflage, but their head will be sticking right out. You guys can't see me, can you? It's like, no, we can't, girls.
All right, one of my favorite parts of the tour, we're going to stop here because the llamas have been on the move all day. We do have a lot more llamas, but just in case we don't see the other ones, I will try to save a minute or two for the other ones, but just in case. Who can tell me a llama's self-defense mechanism? It's actually not spitting, it's projectile vomit. They have a 3-compartment stomach, and they can projectile vomit at will. As long as they've got something down in that stomach to throw up, they can do it whenever they want. Because it's such a big 3-compartment stomach, if they decide to fire off a round of that projectile llama vomit, which can go about 15 feet, by the way, they probably have
Jerry.
one all ready to go.
No, cuidado.
Part of why they're just such kind of goofy little animals, like skunks or porcupines. They're not afraid of anything. They can shoot balls of hot elk calf right there. And then we have a 4th elk calf right there ahead.
Mira, está grande. Uy.
All right, so we have 2 back-to-back quick stops here. We're going to have the elk and the llamas right here if the llamas decide to get up. And then next up, we're going to have the eland, those giant antelopes straight ahead. The fallow deer will kind of be here for both stops, but these are our last 2 feeding stops. Oh, look at that. There's our 5th elk calf right there. So all 5 elk calves are up here right now. I have never seen all 5 at once. So we have 2 laying right here on the either side of this white fallow deer, 1 in a little hole behind the fallow deer. Our 4th elk calf is coming up right even with my front left tire. And then the 5th elk calf is the pretty big one that's here on the side. That's the oldest of the bunch. Just a reminder, please do not touch antlers. Although these guys are mostly out of velvet, they're not quite there yet, so their antlers are not really ready to be touched. Also, please be aware as they turn their heads, those antlers can swing into the bus. So please do not take your eyes off of any antlers on your side of the bus. All right, guys, 30 more seconds here. Then we're going to go up to the antelope up ahead, and we'll have a minute or 2 with the antelope.
Sorry.
This is also the highest point of Lake Tobias. We got a pretty great view of the rest of the safari from right here if you want to get any pictures or panoramas before we move. We're going to go ahead and pull forward now. Since we have so many deer and elk calves around, help me keep an eye out, folks on the outside stuff as they can before it starts to go away for the season. I'm going to stop right here for a minute or 2. We do have 2 baby eland. The one on the left-hand side is 3 days old. The one on the right-hand side is about 2.5 weeks old. Eland, being the biggest antelope in the world, are actually pretty slow for the African savanna, and they're the slowest antelope on the planet. So they actually rely on their amazing jumping ability to get away from predators. A full-grown male eland, fully mature near the end of its life, can actually hit 2,500 pounds, meaning only 200 pounds less than that giant Asian water buffalo I showed y'all. Even at over 2,500 pounds, an eland can still jump over 6 feet straight up into the air with no running start. Unbelievably strong legs these animals have. So they're built to jump. They're not built for sprint speed or endurance. Now when I say they're slow for antelope and slow for the African savanna, they're still probably fastest animals out here. But the African savanna and antelope in general, we're talking fastest land animals on the planet. Wow, giant flock of geese over there. Yeah, that's our big male right in the middle right there. The males have thicker necks and shoulders and a bigger dewlap. The dewlap is the skin flap on the front of their neck. It actually helps them regulate body temperature.
Wow.
Blood pumps in and out of that because it's thin and out away from the body. It's much cooler than the rest of their core.
Son venados blancos, ¿no?
Alright guys, here's the deal with safari food. You can use it up now, but if you want to save it, you can use it in the petting zoo
¿Por qué?
or any other enclosure. That allows you to feed the animals.
Pero son bonitos blancos.
Es como cuy.
¿Te gusta, pa? Es un pequeño cuy.
Capibara.
Así de grande, ¿no?
solo hay uno y hay dos osos.
¿De qué?
Papi, aquí hay pescado.
¿Ah?
Papi, entra para que te coma.
¿Está en coma?
Papi, entra para que te coma. Está flaco. Está flaco.
Wow, mira.
Mira ese oso. He walked right past el vidrio.
Pienso que ellos quieren salir, ¿no? Mira, está grandísimo.
No, he's a big ass tiger.
Mm.
Y solo camina así, así.
¡Papi!
Dale otro más, dale otro más. Más, dale, dale. Dale más, Yali, dale más. Dale un. ¿Viste? Dale, dale.
Él come, mira la boquita, ¿ves?
Ahí está en piso, mijo, ahí está en piso. Está feo ese piel, ¿no?
Back legs and tail.
Okay, ready?
Párate, mijo, más allá para sacar foto. Párate más allá. Párate, toca, mijo. No hace nada, mijo. Ahí está un burro. Como mi hija.
After all these months and 2 months. Sir, Bob, my iPhone 18 Pro Max.
Oh, you mean the iPhone 1? Bro, it's about